gi or no gi, it really doesn't matter. I think it's came from like a wrestling type move, and then the 10th Planet guys made it their own and did came up with a bunch of different positions for it, and how to get it from the bottom, from the top. So we're just gonna go over the basic principle of it, and I might show you a position where we can get it from. And then from there, we'll just work on it, and then we can add on to it later on the other different positions. Okay, so face. Okay. So get down on your knees. We'll start from like a quarter position. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I need to control a head and an arm. Okay, and this can come from the guard, somebody like trying to put pressure down on you, a butterfly guard where you're trying to go for a guillotine and you can come out under from it, or from, you know, side control mount or this position, okay? But what I want to make sure that I'm doing is I need to keep my lat on one side of his head, okay? And just like when we would for the guillotine, my shoulder and my armpit goes behind his neck, and instead of getting the guillotine position here, right, I'm gonna come all the way under and I'm gonna grab his lat, okay? So I'm breaking that posture down, but I'm also keeping it tight and I'm hugging his arm into me, okay? My outside hand is gonna come over and I'm gonna grab. I'm not gonna grab like soft, I'm gonna grab my gable grip and I'm gonna put pressure into him here, where I'm almost trying to lock his arm out this way, okay, where I start turning him. And it's called 100% because if you get this position, they say 100% of the time you'll finish the sweep or you'll finish something, okay? So if I can get to that position in almost any position, top half, anything like that, as soon as I get here, instead of going for the guillotine, my hand shoots under his arm, okay? And I stay heavy on that on the base of his neck. I bring this arm up and I'm squeezing, okay? I'm squeezing my hand towards my face. My elbow that's on his back is gonna put pressure down on his back to finish keeping this in a good tight position. Even from here, I feel like there's not much you can do, okay? And all we're gonna do, so even if we're right here in this position here, if say he's trying to get a single on me, right? And in that weird position, I'm here, and all I'm gonna do is bring him back over to his back. Okay, now from here, I can take his back, I can finish that all the way through to a side control position, right? Twister side or whatever I feel like doing. But the main objective is just to get him from a bad position on you to get that sweep. Okay, a little bit of muscle comes involved, but it's mainly you staying tight. Okay, so just remember, armpit really tight over the base of his head, right? Instead of coming in around his neck for the guillotine, I'm coming out to the arm. Now from here, keeping my elbows tight, I'm getting this position right here. Okay, so now we're gonna go, I'll show you from a basic position from like the guard. Okay, so if I'm here and we're fighting for a while, sometimes people are tired and they're stalling, or they're trying to pass, but they're trying to like move their hips back. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna bury their head on one side here, even if it's just to get my, you know, to get in a standing position, and so he can get his base. That shoulder's gonna be in my stomach and it's putting a lot of pressure, okay? But I'm gonna show from here because it's gonna be a little bit easier. All right, let me actually go with this angle really quick. So he puts his head down here, right? And instead of staying here not doing anything or just being tired myself, like that's a cardio issue. I need to bust a move and try to submit, right? So as soon as he puts his head down, right? My elbow, armpit's gonna go over, and I'm gonna swim my arm under this position here, okay? And now that I have this position, I'm breaking his posture. Technically, there's a neck crank here. If I continue, get up a little bit, if I get this position and I continue to crank into you, somebody tough might not tap from that, but I wanna stay tight, okay? So if you have to bring his neck in a little bit, that's gonna be okay. So he's here, he's posturing, I get my arm to this position, I'm getting my gable grip, and now from here, I'm gonna pull him, right? I don't wanna pull him sideways. Everything that we're doing here, right, is at a 45-degree angle, and it's easy for me to get here and just take him over into this position, right? And now from here, I can finish the neck crank, right? Or I can just let go and now keep this head and arm to whatever position I want to continue to do. All right? Make sure we're staying heavy on that neck. We're reaching under and we're getting a good clasp on our hands so he's not going anywhere. And then when we're ready, work that 45-degree angle, and get that sweep and then end up in a better position. Okay? This can be done from anywhere. Half guard bottom, half guard top. Side control even, that turtle position. We'll think about that stuff later, but just get your arm through, clasp your hands, squeeze, get that position where that arm, instead of being here, starts getting tight, because that's gonna help you roll them over. Okay, so we can finish that 100%.